Cargo Tank Risk Management Committee presents Proper Hose Handling. The following are minimum suggested standards for driver training to reduce hose handling injury exposures. The Cargo Tank Risk Management Committee was formed on March 17, 2010 and is made up of leading industry professionals with the sole task to proactively enhance cargo tank safety. We recognize the goal of the industry is to reduce falls at the wide variety of facilities and situations where workers perform various duties while on top of cargo tanks. In addition to falls from tanks, our mission has expanded to address other injury types. Our members are from every aspect of the industry, from cargo tank trailer manufacturers, truck carriers, workers' compensation insurance providers, shippers, consignees to tank cleaning facilities. This presentation has been provided by the Cargo Tank Risk Management Committee. Please visit their website at www.cargotanksafety.org for additional safety resources and materials. Injuries related to handling hoses are not as common or frequent as other tanker driver and task wash worker injuries, but preventing them should be part of your safety efforts and programs. Injuries include strains while pulling, lifting, carrying, or positioning hoses, tripping over hoses when walking with them or connecting and disconnecting, falls while climbing on tractors to handle or secure hoses. Exposure to hose handling injuries varies significantly between company operations, types of equipment, hose tube or rack configurations, and customer facilities and operations. Each company should conduct a risk assessment to identify exposures and develop control strategies. At a minimum, we should have proper footwear that is in good condition and clean, be trained on the equipment and tasks to be performed, inspect the area and equipment prior to starting the task, have and use PPE per company policy and site rules, become familiar with the area where you will work and identify hazards such as holes and obstructions that could contribute to falls. Use proper attire to reduce potential for injuries, such as slip-resistant gloves, high-visibility clothes when working in yards or around moving motor vehicles, and task-specific protection as needed based on cargo. Hose storage location and securement will vary based on the product and trailer design. Handling techniques will have some variations, but some common features. A wide range of products are hauled in tankers and can have limited hazards or significant hazards. Weights and temperatures will vary, and understanding what you are hauling and its properties is essential. Hoses which are not handled with care can cause contents to spill. This can have limited issues like when hauling swimming pool water to significant hazards when hauling chemicals or products with elevated or low temperatures. Strains are more common when someone bends, twists, and lifts. The risk is even greater when these are done in combination. Spreading your legs and using both hands while avoiding twisting reduces the potential for strains. When you lift, keep your back in a comfortable position, which can be straight or curved. Different types of hoses are used depending on the product and customer. When removing or replacing hoses, avoid lifting the whole hose at one time and check for residual product that could spill or make the hose more difficult to handle. Cold temperatures can create additional hazards when product or caps freeze. Before you move the hose, make sure the caps are secure to avoid contamination. Laying the hose out to carry it may seem like extra work, but it can help make carrying the hose easier. Lay out the hose, cross the ends with caps, pick up and carry the hose so it is balanced. Have the ends in front of you off the ground to avoid tripping and balance the weight based on your height and type of hose. And remember, use gloves that are right for the job, conditions, and product being hauled. Moving a hose from one location to another has different challenges based on the location, hose diameter and length, site conditions, and how far you are moving it. Some basics can help reduce the potential for injuries when moving hoses, such as avoid carrying a hose unless you need to, be aware of and avoid travel paths with obstacles, position equipment to minimize the amount of hose handling, face the direction you are walking and watch where you step. Hold the hose with both hands, keeping the looped end behind you. Keep a firm grasp on the hose and use the best style of glove for the type of product and weather. Keep the caps off the ground and high enough you do not trip on them. When climbing on or off the tractor, use 3 points of contact. Have footwear that meets your company policy and is in good condition with laces tied. Face the equipment when climbing up or down. Keep your hands free to use the grab bars. Stay back from the edges of the deck area when working. Watch for people and vehicles in your work area and around your equipment. Do as much of the work from ground level as possible. With open trough holders, start by laying the hose out alongside the trough. Lift one end into the trough and walk towards the other end facing the trailer. Feed the hose in as you walk. Use the same process for removing the hose. For hose tubes, the basic controls for removing and replacing hose involve similar steps but can have slightly different hazards. Check the area around you and stay aware of traffic and other work. Have the proper gloves and other gear as required by your company or the site owner. Pull the hose out enough to get a firm grip. Pull the hose out using a hand-over-hand motion. Avoid twisting and have your legs spread for balance. Be aware what is behind you prior to stepping back. Walk backward as you remove the hose. Keep an eye on the hose and stop before it falls from the tube. Lower both ends to the ground to avoid damage to the cap. Carry the hose as shown on the previous slide. Management responsibility consists of conducting hazard assessments of your jobs and work tasks. Provide and maintain equipment in good condition and appropriate for the job for task. Establish and document job task expectations. Communicate and document the expectations. Evaluate performance compared to the expectations. Do not assume training is always the best solution. Have consequences for performance that do not meet expectations. Worker responsibilities are follow your company procedures. Report damaged or malfunctioning equipment. Beware of weather conditions. Don't take chances. Work like others depend on you because they do. Please work and drive safely. Your family needs you to come home the same way you left them. Thank you.